Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the left foil here at Houston Mission Control, and Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit. And we're here live every Sunday night.
Space Force News, number 22. Are we live, everybody? Can you get me a 5x5? Because I think I hit a odd button, and I'm hoping that we are live on all platforms right now. So I'm just going to continue as though we are. So yeah, here we are, Space Force News Live, Sunday nights, number 22. I'm in a good mood. How are you doing, Foil? You recovering from your dinner episode? She had a terrible dinner episode. Thank you. 5x5. So we are good. She's pissed.
I'm calm.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be
I
fine.
am.
Look, guys, I got a new. Hello, Space Peeps. It's good to see you. Rainbow
What
Snuggle
up, Space
Fritz,
Peeps?
Suitor Bug, Detox with Tessa, Christina, Joeen, Suitor Bug. Oh, I already said Suitor Bug. Ascension Diaries, Mikey, Elves Suck Trolls Rule. Well, that's good. Stacy, Matt, Kelly, Brandy, Mel. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, so check it out. Remember how I used to rock Starbucks? I now have, look, let your light
Moving
shine.
on up.
Yeah, that fits me, right? So much, and I got my Zen tea. Yep.
Oh, she's super peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. That's right. No coffee tonight. Instead, we're doing Zen tea. So, yeah. Good to see you guys. Good to be here. Always love our Sunday nights. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So a couple of announcements before we get started. Conspiracy Couch, The Couch will be making a comeback. It's in the works. It will be happening in the next few weeks. And I think you guys will rather like the comeback episode.
Oh, you're going to love it.
I'm not going to say who's on it or what we're doing yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion you guys are... A lot of work's going into this. You'll love it. Okay.
Right.
Journey to Truth is now on Foxhole and Pill.net. Yeah, as of today. Woohoo. So, yes.
Look at that.
Yep. And I'm proud to say that the Organism shirt is actually in the works, and I believe
my goodness.
It'll be done this
Fabulous.
week. Yeah, and it's I think it's going to be amazing. We have Alexis from Ascension Diaries now doing the space weather professionally.
What? Look at that.
Every show. Yeah. So we'll be doing that for the first time tonight.
Let's be honest. We were terrible at the weather spot.
No, we were terrible at that. No,
it was terrible.
Yeah. So we're really glad that Alexis is taking over the space weather since she's a professional.
Yes, thank you.
And actually does that and knows a lot about it. So we're very grateful to have Alexis doing the space weather. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, if you haven't checked out Foil's new AI video, it's really good. I watched it earlier. Go to Foil's channel and check out her AI video. Her channel is linked in the description below because it's not...
The robots are coming, people.
Not very easily to find. Yeah, I mean, I'm a hard pass on AI Jesus. I'm not...
man, I'm not praying to that man.
No.
At all. Nope. Ain't doing it.
Yeah, great job on that video, the Foil. You dug into all kinds of stuff that, yeah. So, let's see, what else? Super chats from last week. Special thanks to Brooklyn Way, Shannon's Theory, Spirish Million, or Malone. Feel free to correct me, like Foil often does. Rob McTavish, Suitor Bug, and Shannon's Theory for a second time. And so, yeah, what do we got going on today? Well, as you guys know, we have had some dynamics change that is greatly changing things when it comes to Space Force news. So we'll adapt. We're good at adapting, like everyone is well aware. So tonight we got tsunami warning and the evacuation of an Antarctic base, which is interesting. The timing on that's rather interesting, I'd say. Biden's plans for Space Force, of course. Convoys enter Syria, just like I heard someone comment earlier. Yeah, we're already going into
neocons are back, baby.
Yeah, here we go. We got resurrection chatbots, which is a rather interesting topic. Escobar
creepy.
Cocaine hippos run amok. Yes,
hey,
for real.
I mean, what'd you think was going to happen?
Paralyzed mice have gained a new footing. This is actually really,
thank God.
really interesting. Right? NASA lends a moon rock to Biden.
Oh,
right?
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never a straight answer. They got something in common.
I don't know. Right. Quantum entanglement atomic clock. We got the first black Pentagon Chief, which I think is rather odd. I would think we would have had
a little
one by
overdue.
now, but yeah, it's a little overdue.
Right. About time.
Yeah, we got UFOs, professional space weather, and so much more.
Look at that.
Stay tuned for the rest of Space Force news while we go to a quick commercial break from our sponsor, the Omnia Radiation Balancer.
Do you want to bring balance to all the wireless radiation fields in your life, including 5G? The Omnia Radiation Balancer is a small sticker you can stick on any device. It changes the state of the field and creates a new resonance between the wireless radiation and your energy field. On the link below, you'll see all our testing results that show how the body responds excellently once you've made this change in your life. Plus, here's a special discount code at the store. Just enter SFN at the checkout. It's easy to bring balance back to your body with the Omnia Radiation Balancer.
All right, we are back. So the Omnia stuff is listed below. Omnia Radiation Balancer. It's made a big difference for me holding my smartphone I don't use except connected to Wi-Fi, which is terrible. But yeah, it's made quite a difference.
No more gloves.
10% off with SFN code is listed below. The link is listed below. And let's see. What else? I know there was something else that I just can't remember at the moment. I don't know what it was. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a for the TeeSpring and the merch. There's a new promo code. Yes, I think you guys will like the new promo code, and it leads us right into our first topic tonight, which is going to be Bernie memes. We're going to have to
feel the burn.
We're going to have to go over some of the Bernie memes. So yes, so the promo code, you get 20% off in the store. That's going to be kind of an indefinite thing, and the promo code is going to be mittens, all caps.
Yep.
Yeah, mittens. Right. Fits.
Look at that.
Right. Bernie inspired me to go make a promo code and name it mittens. So
Bernie has inspired everybody.
He's inspired a lot. Yeah, he sure has. He's
telling
gotten everybody meming. Even people that don't meme are meming. It's
I'm
very
telling you, like,
exciting.
if there's anything that can actually bring some unity right now, it's probably Bernie memes.
Right? Like you said, it could bring the left and the right together. All right, so let's take a look at a few Bernie memes, because it's just, why not? You know, it's a good way to start the show. So let's see. Here we are. So, number one. I'm sorry, but I'm partial to this one. I think this one is amazing. It's really good. I don't know who made it, of course, but it's fantastic.
Who did this?
This one, you know,
Right.
the weekend at
Of
Bernie's.
course.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that one. It kind of looks like it's Gunfag's work, but I'm not sure. Not positive on that. So that's definitely him. Yeah, he's really good at putting the rainbow.
I hadn't
Can we
seen
say that?
one
Can
yet.
we say the word of what that is on air, or is we gonna get in trouble for that?
I mean, believe me, there's probably YouTube channels talk about all kind of ruckus.
Look at those
I can't
mittens.
imagine that would be
Yeah. So
something.
great meme. Thank you, Gunfag. I know that one came from you. I can tell. So yeah, his memes are legendary. All right, and then we got this one, right?
Look at that.
I like it.
Mama always said.
Yeah, I'm a fan. We got this one. I think that one's pretty good. I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think I
I
saw
mean,
Brooklyn
if
post
you're gonna
that one.
send a message across the universe, why not?
Right. I like that one. That one's good. It's creative. All right, this one.
What's that one? I haven't seen that one.
Bernie's in there. He's in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I see.
Or I mean the cafe. Yeah, that's pretty
That's
cool.
a rather famous painting, yes?
Then this one.
Oh, look at that. Yep. Had to bring it in.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. This one.
That's probably one of my.
Yeah.
Right?
This one. Mmm.
Yeah,
So
right?
good. So good.
The memeage.
Yeah, and this one. This
Artem
one's good too.
style. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Breaking it down.
Berman's. Oh, look at this one. Futurama.
Hey,
Yep.
Futurama. Yep.
I think that's all of them. Oh no, we got the Last Supper.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could make them bigger, but but it would take too much time to like make everything
Yeah.
bigger. But yeah, look at that.
I like that one. I'm a
Mhm.
fan of that one.
Yeah, that one's good. I'll say that one's definitely good. Okay, so we better. Well, I mean, then there's Cosmic Bernie, right? I mean,
Why? What would the show be without Cosmic Burn?
right. So yeah, so I think that's enough Bernie memes. We might want to actually get to this one. Though. Hey, it just keeps on giving. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Right? Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so let's minimize that one. And I think that's it, unless...
Oh, yeah, no, there's hundreds more.
Come on, this is Space Force news. Look, it just...
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it just wouldn't be right if he wasn't on the...
You know, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't catch wind of it when it first went down, and I didn't understand why I kept seeing Bernie memes with him with the mittens on everywhere. I didn't understand what was happening.
Oh, listen, I've seen Bernie tattoos. People are selling Bernie mittens. People are knitting Bernie dolls with the mittens on that you can purchase on Etsy.
Yeah, this has gotten pretty intense.
Wow.
So, all right. So, should we go ahead and jump into some Space Force news?
Yeah, get to it.
Let's get to it. All right. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, so Trump touts military accomplishments, formation of Space Force as he departs. So, of course, you know, Trump, in all true Trump style, he's going to... So President Trump took time to highlight his efforts in support of the military and veterans as he departed Washington for the last time as Commander-in-Chief. This has been an incredible 4 years. We accomplished so much together, he said in a brief review of his administration's policies, making no mention of the January 6th U.S. Capitol riots that led to his second impeachment by the House.
Yeah, let me just bring that up while I'm at it. I mean, what the hell?
We rebuilt, man, the news is so funny because it's so blatantly biased all the time. Even news outlets you wouldn't even think would be like that still are. It's really incredible.
Making no like he was just supposed to walk out like, well,
right? Well, yeah, better days, right?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right.
So second impeachment by the House, right? We rebuilt the U.S. military. We created a new force, Space Force. We took care of our veterans. Our veterans are happy. Our military is happy. And I will give it to him. At least he put them in the hotel, like when they got booted out and they had to go sleep in the parking garage.
He offered up his space.
Right.
I know,
dude, that was cool.
One day in, he's fixing stuff.
Right?
That's right. Get to it.
I need some water. Just because I'm coughing and I need some water doesn't mean that you have to be silent unless you're sympathizing with me.
Yes, I'm feeling, I'm empathetically feeling the choke.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Patricia. Hi, our Cloaked Unseen World. Mel Tulip, Claudette, Matt Smith. All right, so where were we? The send-off from Joint Base Andrews, Maryland, had the trappings of one of his boisterous campaign rallies.
Fabulous.
Loudspeakers blared Macho Man by the Village People and other hits before Trump arrived. Aboard the gleaming Marine One helicopter to the cheers of a modest flag-waving crowd assembled on the tarmac.
Modest crowd. It was probably a bigger crowd than what's his face had.
Right.
Come on now.
Right. Then yeah. Ceremonial military batteries set off a booming 21-gun cannon salute at the President and First Lady Melania Trump. Took a makeshift set stage before Air Force One, which was waiting to take them to Florida. We got taxed. I mean, we really don't need to go. We got probably too much to cover tonight to really go too much into this.
In all fairness, Space Force was probably one of my favorite things that he did, but I'm biased.
Yeah, I agree. Well, when you understand the importance of what Space Force actually is. So while we're on the subject of how the importance of what Space Force actually is, we have Biden talking about he wants peace in space, right? Which how do I say this?
That's gonna happen.
Which is, for those of you that have been watching this show for a while, know what that means, right? So he has a vested, let's call it this way, he has a vested interest in us not having military strategy in space against potential enemies that we've discussed before. So anyway, maybe not, maybe that's has something to do with it. What Biden should do with the Space Force, and they're talking about essentially, walking it back to the Air Force instead of it being a separate branch. Any way they can figure out how to do that.
Well, that, and they're just in general against what they call the weaponization of space. They want it to be like this global commons ground. Mm-hmm. Well, here's a clue for you, guy. If we don't do it, China will do it.
It's already weaponized.
Then what?
Right. It's already.
And there's that.
Right.
But if we're just going with, what the MSM prints,
as the Biden,
somebody's going to do it.
As the Biden, we don't have to fully do that. We just have to clarify. We have to. That word just it's like a bird. It just, and it's gone.
Whee!
Yeah, and
Right?
it's gone. Yeah, so
That's all right.
this article is sorry. As the Biden administration prepares to inherit the Space Force, it has a profound choice to make. Is space a commons to share or a territory to defend? Yes, the Biden administration could try to convince Congress to formally change where the Space Force fits into the Pentagon's organization chart, demoting it from its standing as a branch of the military. But the more meaningful action would be to choose to see space as a commons, breaking with Trump's orbital space policies that treated a war in space as inevitable and Americans to win it. If you ask me, this all comes down to China.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
It really does.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't...
Well, here's the thing. You know, we're going to get this spin from these stories that we find online. And, you know, I like to use MSM to discredit MSM or use like hardcore sources to discredit some of the things that they've written. I pulled the fiscal year 2021 Defense Authorization Act that they passed over Trump's veto, and they break down. There's quite a bit in one of the titles, multiple sections that are devoted specifically to Space Force and its goal moving forward. Them trying to walk it back, like to debranch it, so to speak, I guess, is out of the question. You know, at least according to the Defense Authorization Act that they forced through.
Well, they better not, man. What's going to happen to the Space Force news show? Look, we all know.
Oh no, we are never.
Disclosure's coming, right? It doesn't matter whether Space Force is, you know, where it's at right now, or Space Force gets taken back and put under that other umbrella. The bottom line is disclosure's coming, and it's going to come via Space Force. It's just going to be how that's negotiated, right?
So let me tell you something.
It's not like Space Force news is going anywhere. That nobody panic. You know, it's not going.
We're here. We're
going
to rock this.
We're going to ride it out. That's right. That's how we do. That's how we do, Foil.
Right.
We ride it till the wheels fall off. Yeah.
Our boy, our favorite evil overlord, is not going to let that happen.
What? Oh yeah, we got to show them what we found. We're gonna let them figure it out, right? Because I took one look at that and I was like, oh wow, yeah. So all right, so let's move on. A little bit of
rampant speculation on our part.
No, right? We don't rampantly speculate here. What are you talking about?
Never.
Okay, so well, this is kind of cool. Oh, where's that? This ad situation's just, I know. SpaceX to convert offshore oil. So to finish the Space Force topic, as you can see, we're already moving into SpaceX. There's not much Space Force tonight other than Biden announcing these plans. And other than that, really, guys, there's like no Space Force news. It's really, really quite scary, actually. So SpaceX to convert offshore oil platforms into spaceports. Look at this, right? Like,
forward thinking.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. SpaceX has purchased 2 deepwater oil rigs off the Texas Gulf Coast to someday use as a seagoing spaceports for the Starship spacecraft. The commercial space firm, through an entity called Lone Star Mineral Development, bought the platforms from offshore drilling company Valaris in July, according to public filings. Several media reports say Lone Star Mineral Development bought the rigs that were headed to the scrapyard for $3.5 million each, a steal compared to the original production cost between $330 and $515 million in 2008. London-based Valaris has corporate offices in Houston and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August. The new owner has renamed the rigs Deimos and Phobos, presumably after the Martian moons, according to space media outlet NASA Spaceflight.com. Brett Johnson? That's an unusual way. Is that how Johnson's always spelled, Foil?
Not necessarily
Johnson
always, but yeah,
with a S-E-N?
Spelled with an E, yeah.
Really? I've never seen that before. Okay. Brett Johnson, SpaceX Chief Financial Officer, is listed in public records as Lone Star Mineral Development's principal. Isn't the name of that company in this article?
Yeah, go down.
Okay.
Scroll down.
Elon Musk, CEO of privately held SpaceX, hinted at the company's plans to launch spacecraft from offshore platforms. In a June 16th tweet, SpaceX is building floating Super Heavy class spaceports for Mars, Moon, and hypersonic travel around Earth. News of the
travel.
News of the purchase came Monday when Jack Beyer, a NASA Spaceflight.com photographer, tweeted images of Deimos. I've been exploring around the port of Brownsville while waiting for Starship testing and found an oil rig that appears to be named Deimos, after one of the moons of Mars, he said in the tweet. Based on job postings and Elon Musk tweets, I'm willing to bet that SpaceX is involved. Okay, so how far down is it, right? Because
keep going. Keep going.
Uh-huh. Well, this puppy's long, isn't it?
Right. Keep going.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me find it.
Oh, no. Really? It's going to get into all
No, it's
that?
on here. Yeah, I don't keep these pulled up.
Oh, man.
I got you, though.
Now I done lost track of the other place I was at. This is out of hand. Yeah. So
Right.
what's the commander supposed to do now? All right.
All right, here's the deal. So, he's buying these floating, these oil rigs allegedly to use as spaceports. Now, he also, as you will see in a minute, is going to be drilling next to his own spaceport that they use in Texas. If you scroll down, it says Zemeni's firm. Okay, so offshore platforms are very beneficial for mitigating launch and landing and risk in areas of high population density, yada, yada, yada. Sea-based spaceports give companies flexibility but pose logistical challenges that land-based space operations don't have, says Sam Zemeni's, founder and CEO of San Antonio headquarter EXARC. Exploration Architecture, right? EXARC.
Interesting name, huh, guys? EXARC.
I'm like,
right? I'll pull it up
EXARC.
right now. Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
Pull it up.
So look at this. So this is Homeboy's company. Oh wait, is this it? No, that's 50 Cent.
That's the Bernie gift.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
So
their
this
logo.
is it.
And
look at the logo, guys.
Look at EXARC. Now, mind you, what is his kid's name? What does it translate into? Archangel, right? Archangel, which is his favorite plane, as he explained when the kid was born. Right. I'm just saying.
Are you tracking with us, guys? Are you tracking with us?
They're building stuff on Mars. They got moon projects, and this company happens to have landed quite a few very lucrative government contracts for a variety of things as well. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Possibly something there.
High Cajun Vapes, home of Bayou Swamp Juice. Man, and those interesting names just keep on coming, right?
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Any kind of vaping, right?
Yeah. So I think that's rather interesting myself.
Yeah, look at that EXARC. I mean, even
what a coincidence.
The appearance of the logo looks like something. And something else to note, nowhere in these articles does it say anything about those oil rigs being like decommissioned or unable to function.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your Mars habitats, and nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. All right, so okay. SpaceX plans to drill for natural gas near Texas launch pad. This is what Foyle was just referring to. So Elon Musk recently moved to Texas, where he launches some of his rockets and is building a battery factory. Now, for good measure, he plans to drill for natural gas in the state. The billionaire's SpaceX intends to drill wells close to the company's Boca Chica launch pad. It was revealed during a Friday's hearing before the Railroad Commission of Texas. Production has yet to start because of a legal dispute between the SpaceX subsidiary Lone Star Mineral Development and another energy company. Tim George, an attorney representing Lone Star, said at the hearing that SpaceX plans to use the methane it extracts from the ground in connection with their rocket facility operations. That's interesting. While it's unclear what exactly the gas would be used for, SpaceX plans to utilize super chilled liquid methane and liquid oxygen as fuel for its Raptor engines. The company's Starship and Super Heavy vehicles are tested at Boca Chica, and orbital launches are planned for the site. George declined to answer further questions and hung up when called for a comment. SpaceX didn't immediately respond to a request for a comment. Musk said in December he relocated to Texas to focus on SpaceX Starship vehicle and Tesla Incorporated's new Gigafactory, which is being built near Austin. On Thursday, the billionaire tweeted that he plans to donate $100 million towards a prize for the best carbon capture technology. Formed in June 2020, Lone Star brought the 806-acre La Pita oil lease from Houston-based Sanchez Energy, which was later renamed Mesquite Energy after exiting bankruptcy. Financial terms for the deal weren't disclosed, but SpaceX's subsidiary drilling plans have been called into question amid a dispute with the Dallas Petroleum Group, which claims ownership of some inactive wells sitting on the same land. Dallas Petroleum took the dispute to the Railroad Commission in August. 2 months later, it sued three companies, Sanchez Midstream Partners and LP Sanchez Midstream Partners, LLC, Sanchez Oil and Gas, in state court in Brownsville, Texas. That lawsuit prompted SpaceX's land acquisition arm, Doleg Park, LLC, to intervene in November. In a filing in the court, Doleg said Dallas Petroleum locked SpaceX out of the property and asserted ownership claims for the sole purpose of extorting money from SpaceX.
He's going to be getting into it with his neighbors there.
Dallas Petroleum Group denies the allegations and maintains it has ownership of both the wells and the 24 surrounding acres. Wow.
Yeah, I think he's hedging his bet. I mean, I'd buy up a bunch of random oil rigs too if companies were going under, especially right now.
Right.
Considering
interesting timing on that, right?
The war on fossil fuels that seems to be being waged at the moment.
Her and I were talking about this earlier. I'm starting to think that this guy is more knowledgeable about some of the, secret space program stuff that we talk about than I thought before.
If anybody's going to be in the know on this, it's probably that dude.
Right. And, yeah, that's kind of what I'm starting to think. All right, so the last thing I think with regards to Elon Musk is Elon Musk says he's donated $100 million, which we just talked about, for carbon capture tech prize. Elon Musk is putting a big chunk of his fight against climate. Oh, here we go with the climate change.
He's got to make it look good.
Of course.
Come on.
Yeah. Elon Musk is putting a big chunk of change into the fight against climate change, donating $100 million towards a prize for best carbon capture technology. Carbon capture tech, as its name suggests, is designed to snag heat-trapping carbon dioxide before it can wreak more climate havoc in the Earth's atmosphere. Such equipment is already in use at some high-emission point sources, such as power plants that burn fossil fuels. I mean, he also has something in it for him, considering the company that he owns, too. I mean, obviously. It's no surprise that Musk wants to improve and extend such tech. The billionaire entrepreneur has long warned about the dangers of climate change, calling humanity's heavy reliance on greenhouse gas-producing fossil fuels the dumbest experiment in human history. And after President Donald Trump withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Pact in 2017, Musk resigned from several presidential advisory councils in protest. Musk also had a dog in the climate change. Had a dog?
What?
Musk also has a dog.
Oh, like having a dog in the fight.
In the climate change fight. I don't get that, though. I would never have written it that way, but Musk has a dog in the climate change fight, economically
if you got
speaking.
a dog in the fight, that means,
Well, what about like a rooster?
You've got an interest in
Why does it have to be a dog?
He has a cock in the fight? Yeah, it could be. You said it, man.
Yeah, but I didn't say it like that, Foil.
I'm down here in
keep it PG, dude. How do you recover from that? You don't. Yeah, you don't.
But
right. Tesla is an electric car maker after all, and it has a solar power company. It just keeps replaying.
Sorry. I'm gonna stop now.
You know not to do that until like my section's done. Because once you get me going, I can't stop. Right, guys? They know. Okay, so Musk hold on. It has nothing to do with the comment. Don't make me spit water across the room. That's all bad
great.
right there, right? They're like, it's time. These two haven't gone left in a while. Let them go. Let them go, right? Musk can certainly afford to make investments on the $100 million scale as well. He recently displaced Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos as the world's richest person. Thanks in large part to Tesla's soaring stock price, Musk is currently worth more than $185 billion, according to media reports. Man.
And he's the king of Mars.
And he's the king of Mars to boot, right? Crazy.
Right?
Yeah. All right, so Virgin Atlantic. Get on Virgin Atlantic and take your organisms. You'll have a great time. Virgin Orbit successfully launches a batch of satellites from an airplane. And I actually grabbed some footage of this I thought it would be a little more interesting than reading the article. On Sunday, January 17th, Virgin Orbit conducted the second launch test of its Launcher 1 rocket, which the company will use to deploy small satellites to orbit in the coming years. The mission, referred to as Launch Demo 2, went smoothly and validated the company's delivery system, which consists of the rocket air launching from a repurposed 747 named Cosmic Girl. It also involved the successful deployment of 10 CubeSats, which were selected by NASA's Launch Services Program as part of the agency's CubeSat launch initiative. The event began when Cosmic Girl took off from Mojave Air and Spaceport at approximately 10:50 a.m. PST and flew to a location about 50 miles south of the Channel Islands in the Pacific Ocean. All right, so let's check out this launch. Let's see.
They're doing good. They got them some government contracts. I know I put some money in there with them.
Let me see what we got going here. You did? Well, you got a vested interest now. Is this
I certainly do. I mean, I did that when he was just talking about space tourism. I figured it couldn't stop there.
Let me see if this is the right one. I don't know if this is the launch test thing situation here. Let's check it out.
Are we lost?
No, we're winning. We're okay. I promise.
We're always winning.
We're always winning. That's right. All right. Here we go.
Virgin Orbit launched its Launcher 1 rocket to orbit for the first time today as part of its Demo 2 demonstration mission that carried the Elena 20 cluster of 9 small sats to low Earth orbit on behalf of NASA. It was probably a make-or-break milestone for the Virgin Galactic spin-off, and the first time the company has shown that a commercial air launch is possible. Northrop Grumman's Pegasus rocket has already performed a number of air launches, but at a cost of about $75 million to $100 million per launch, with federal defense contractor-style program management. Virgin is selling launches at about...
Hey, Desert Fire, I can't figure him out either. You are not alone on that whatsoever. I think nobody can. And if nobody can figure out, then he's playing a very complicated role in all of it.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. It would be my
$13 million per full payload. The flight was dedicated to Eve Branson, Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit founder Richard Branson's mother.
Look at that guy's mask. Look, there's 2 little dogs driving a bus.
I don't think they can see it. I think they just see my face. Where his mask is.
Oh, right. Oh, snap. Hey, wait. Let me make your head go away. All right, now you guys can see it. Look at that mask, man. There's 2 puppy dogs driving a VW bus with some peace signs on it, right?
Oh, yeah. He's got a dog in this fight.
This guy's like, I'm gonna resist in any way that I can. I'm gonna have a hippie bus on my face with some dogs driving it. Right. In color yellow.
It's a very
She died only 9 days earlier due to complications from COVID-19. She was 96. Sir Branson's father, Edward, died in 2011 at age 93.
We're not doing all that. We're just we just wanted to see the quick little rocket demo.
They actually did good. Just as a prelude to what may or may not happen at some point, I did happen to see some debunking by a certain flat Earth group of the missile launch. You know, the satellite launch. Yeah.
You watch flat Earth videos, Foil?
Hey, I'm all about that firmament, man.
I know. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know.
I told you, I do my Reddit recon, guys. Don't get me wrong here. I always go look and see what other people have to say.
Anybody that's against her narrative, she goes and watches their Reddit.
I do. I always want to know how to properly argue a point of view.
Yeah, it can be rather effective. Okay, so that's it for SPACEX and Space Force. We will now be moving into defense with Loyal to the Foil, her favorite subject.
The doom and gloom part of the show.
The doom and gloom part of the show.
I love the doomy parts. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's pretty doomy this week, too. Let me tell you. All right, so, take it away, Foil.
All right. So, as you guys know, Lloyd Austin was confirmed as the Secretary of Defense. He's the first Black Pentagon Chief. Like I said, probably a little overdue for that. There was initially an argument about confirming him because for the longest time, one of the main holds of the American military is that it should be under civilian control. This helps in a variety of ways, but they try to guarantee that. And there's normally a period of time, I think it's 7 years, that you have to have been away from, a career military role in order to take control of these big organizations like this. Well, Trump did it in 2017. with Millie, and that went really well. And then they just did it again for him. So there was a bit of an argument. Oddly enough, it was a highly bipartisan confirmation here, 93-2. I think Hawley voted against it, and some guy from Utah. I can't think of his name right now. Here's the thing about this guy, though. He worked for Raytheon until just recently, right? And one of the things about the Biden administration is that there seemed to be, well, he's definitely on that neocon warmongering stuff, as far as I can tell. But he was working with Raytheon, and with Biden, we've seen a lot of corporate interests and lobbyists and stuff that are surrounding him. We've seen already the influence that these lobbyists can have, like when they redacted Trump's insulin stuff. Like, why on day 1 or 2? Like, why would you do that? Make meds more expensive for people. In any case, so there were a lot of people that claimed to have been concerned about his potential role with Raytheon. He did say, however, that he would recuse himself from any decisions that might appear to be a conflict of interest when it came to Raytheon in his position as Secretary of Defense moving forward. So we shall see how this goes.
Yeah. The dynamic is already changing so significantly. It hasn't even been a week. Man. Has it even been a week? It hasn't even been a week.
I don't think so. And they're definitely amping things up already, as seen by the next article.
Right. U.S. military convoy enters northeast Syria. Here we go.
Already. I think that was day 1.
Right. This was...
convoy of like 40 or so, like trucks and armored vehicles, was said to have entered Syria from Iraq. No, I don't know why. Mine was doing that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
So, yeah, immediately almost upon Biden entering the White House, we saw this convoy of troops moving back into Syria from Iraq after Trump had pulled them from Syria and redeployed them to Iraq. So he just basically turned that right around. It was also said that there were some troops, like maybe 200 troops in the Haseka province that came in by helicopter that were put there. And Syria has been one of the favorite war theaters for the neocons and the perpetual war folk. So I guess we're gonna have to see. They're definitely amping it back up already.
Man,
I know, Liz. Right? I know it's a little doomy, it's a little heavy, but we got to talk about these things.
China boosting.
We gotta call it out.
Right. China boosting naval footprint as its southern. I just hope this show doesn't turn into a bummer for a while. But we still have to cover it, whether it's, whatever. We still have to cover it. I just have to do more science or something. China boost, right? A little more, what were those back-flipping robots in someone's stomach? What were those things? I forget what they're called.
Oh, the Xenobots. Yeah. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I love it when we find that really weird, crazy science and tech stuff those are some of my favorite articles. But yeah. So as you guys can see, Foil is allowed to vape now, though she's promised to hit the mute button so we don't have to actually hear it.
I'm trying to do it not quite
and that was
so
approved
frequently
by the audience. The audience voted that she would be allowed to vape now. Just clarifying for those that are new.
Everybody else was doing it
on Pilled, right. Foxhole, D Live. Yes, this is us. We tend to we try to make science, defense, and tech and all that stuff kind of fun, which we don't always do, but we do sometimes.
Try to have a cock in that fight.
God, she did it. All right, so that just happened.
Yeah, so this probably will continue to happen.
Right. Oh, I hear there's going to be a chat on Foxhole now.
On Foxhole?
Yeah, so we're going to need to put, I think, moderators up. I'm not sure where they're going to have that completely done, though, so I'll have to check on that. But, yeah, so we're going to need moderators over there.
I'm definitely a fan of the Foxhole platform in general.
Yeah, I like it a lot, too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Foil will be on there here in the next few days, I think. So, yeah, she'll be on there as well. All right, so back to China.
Doom and gloom.
Yeah,
right?
Back to the doom and gloom. China boosting naval footprint as its southern tip, new satellite images suggest.
Indeed. Well, we know, like we've talked about routinely, Australia has been going at it with China quite a bit. We know about India, we know about the issues with Taiwan, but Australia has really been kind of concerned about the role that the U.S. was going to play moving forward. That's why we saw that leaked document last week. I think we talked about it on the show last week.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to reaffirm that the United States long-term strategy was to maintain, maintain that position with their allies, that we got your back. But this kind of stuff makes them a little nervous. I mean, at their southernmost tip, what we've got is satellite imagery that's showing that China is doing this massive buildup in its air and naval forces at the southernmost province, on the edge of the South China Sea, where we've seen them do everything crazy from build islands. They literally were building islands that they made into like defense outposts. From doing that to like harassing Indonesian fishermen, like anything to assert their superiority in the region. It's kind of crazy.
Methods just said, pardon me 1 second. Methods just said chat should be on Foxhole this week. So it looks like the chat will be working on Foxhole this coming week, you guys. Yeah, thank you for the update, Methods. Go ahead.
That's a plus. So in any case, they are building, they've done scroll down so they can see, there's a couple of pictures down there that'll show them. They've done quite a bit of build up as far as like expanding landing aprons at some of the airports there that they're keeping these early warning aircraft at, and some other unidentified aircraft. And then here we can see that they have been building what we assume to be a dry dock that is sufficient to service and build their new fleet that they're trying to construct of aircraft carriers. I think they have 2 currently commissioned aircraft carriers, and they did in all fairness, they did a really good job with them as far as we can tell. But it's really making their neighbors nervous, obviously. I mean, even the and I hate to even say the words Biden administration, but even those guys.
Isn't it hard?
Including,
I'm still not used to saying it.
It feels like it's sandpaper in my mouth. It's
so hard, to say it. But we're getting through it.
Yeah, we just gotta go with what we can, with what we can do. But I mean, even the new Secretary of Defense had said that he acknowledges that China is like the biggest threat. That, and apparently, white nationalist extremism. But whatever. Everybody pretty much recognizes that we got to keep an eye on this. And when you got Melbourne freaking out and India freaking out, we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on what's going on there.
Man.
I know.
Biden. President
Biden
Biden.
Administration.
Right?
It's President Biden, Keep it real.
So weird to say that. Okay. So, yep.
All
right. U.S. Army Chief teases.
Yeah.
That seems to be the theme tonight, huh? Just can't get away from it.
I'm not even touching it.
Right? Yeah. U.S. Army Chief teases new Arctic strategy. Look at this, guys.
Right. I know. Look at his poor eyebrows.
Look at this guy.
Little eyelashes all frosted up and stuff. He hates that.
Right? I love that.
He's like, amazing. I put in to go to Florida. What am I doing up here?
Right?
The worst.
Yeah. Right.
This is kind of interesting. We had seen a couple of years ago, as a matter of fact, if you guys remember, when suddenly they took all of the next gen night vision stuff off the market, you weren't allowed to buy it as a civilian. At the same time, they were ramping up training, for Arctic, for our Arctic, troops that could serve in the Arctic. In any case,
Jira said it's Pedotus.
Pedotus.
I got it. That was funny, Jira. Sorry, right? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Foil.
That is at Pedotus. That's how you even tweet to him, I'm sure. So this is actually kind of interesting. We see all
sniffing
the time,
children.
Serial sniffer. That's what I call him. The serial sniffer.
Sorry, we gotta get through defense.
Right. Who had the thing and they were like, in Biden's earpiece, it's constantly, thou shalt not sniff, thou shalt not sniff.
I didn't see that.
I'm sure. I think that was John.
Yeah.
John here to help. Okay. Russia.
Okay, so yeah.
Russia's the problem, right? So they fly their planes over by our airspace in Alaska, and they're constantly having to scramble jets and stuff. And with the Arctic Circle, with the horrible climate crisis and the melting, it's opening up these different lanes that they could use, to move troops or, as shipping lanes. Russia has been rapidly expanding themselves as far as their, Arctic abilities. So now we have a strategy that recognizes that this is should be one of our first lines of defense, that we need to amp up our capabilities in the region. we had previously, they call it a multi-domain task force. Multi-dimensional task force. That's what we need.
Hey, that's what we are. Yeah.
Right? We are the multi-dimensional task force. Yeah, they got a multi-domain task force.
That's what my friends are. They're the multi-dimensional task force. Let me tell you.
You guys are some kind of force, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know. In any case, the only place they had a multi-domain task force was in Indonesia. Now they've got one up in the Arctic, which is good. I just want to point out, these troops could also be useful in the Antarctic region. Should there be something of interest down there that maybe we don't know about and possibly people would want to argue over?
Man, there can't be anything interesting down there. Come on.
No, there's nothing down there. It's just snow and John Kerry, apparently.
All right, so can't be anything interesting.
Where are we at now?
There are already tsunamis and evacuating and whatnot going on, but no, I'm sure there's nothing interesting.
No,
there.
there's nothing going on down there. How are you gonna evacuate? So where are they gonna go?
I don't know. Where'd they evacuate to?
I have no idea. And did we even cover this yet? Chile made the mistake of wanting to evacuate the whole country. You know, they did that by accident, but they really just meant the Antarctic base. I mean, where are you gonna go?
That's a great question.
I'm kind of interested as to what an Antarctic tsunami would look like.
Right.
In any case.
Or it depends on if they're
work?
like on the base or just the ones escaping or not, because maybe those guys have access to some technology that we don't have.
Go down.
I'm just saying that maybe they could like teleport up out of there. You know, I mean, maybe. Who knows? I mean.
Right.
Yeah. I mean.
Never can tell.
Rampant speculation, but.
Rampant space. That's what we do best.
That's what we do best
on Space Force News.
Right.
Right.
Iran, China to continue fight against Donald Trump. Well, that's a shocker.
Yeah, they're big mad.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Iraq just issued the arrest warrant for him.
Are we playing this video?
What? No.
No.
We don't got to do all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless you want to watch the world leaders reacting to Chiden being inaugurated. That kind of sucks.
It might be slightly entertaining, actually, but I mean, it
my goodness,
depends on perspective. But go ahead, Flo. No,
yeah.
please continue.
No. Yeah. Well, we kind of thought that maybe they would lay off after he was a private citizen, but apparently not. China and Iran have sanctioned not just Trump now, but like damn near everybody in the administration, from Pompeo to Haspel. Like they're just big mad. You can't come here. You can't do any business here. You can't do any business with our companies. And then this week we also saw the Ayatollah. Now Twitter took down the original poster of the account, but apparently he retweeted this. But there was a meme that they put up of Trump golfing with a, I don't know, one of those big ass military drones over him. It said revenge is inevitable.
Right. This is a threat.
Like you just making threats. Yeah. Find something better to do, guy. We have other problems to worry about. But that should conclude the doom and gloom part of the show. We can now move on to the fun stuff.
That is the end of doom and gloom for the day. Doom and gloom far surpassed the Space Force news today, didn't it?
Man.
Dun dun dun.
That's when you know you have a problem. That the doom and gloom.
So we know we're headed in a direction that's not so positive. All right. So spooky action at a distance could create a nearly perfect clock.
Because I'm so good with time, that still wouldn't make any difference.
You are the worst, too.
I know.
This is the worst.
I'm the worst. This is the only thing that I'm ever on time for, and it's only because I don't want to hear her yell at me.
Oh, because she knows the commander would get so mad. I'm like, what are you doing? You are exactly 30 seconds late.
I swear.
We can't have that. Yeah, I'm super punctual. Yeah. Uptight. We could call it uptight. Anal retentive. Whatever, but it's where I'm comfortable. I'm trying to tone it down.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, don't. I'm trying to tone it down though. I'm really trying to like get it in check a little bit. Like, okay, you only have to be ready like 10 minutes before instead of 30. Like I'm trying to like reel it in.
Don't listen to her.
Because I don't want to
be an hour before the show.
Yeah, Foil, if you had your way, we'd roll up 2 minutes till, you know what I mean?
Oh, 30 seconds. That's all we need. Hit the go live button. We're good. Right.
Yeah, no. See, yeah. All right, spooky action.
Let's talk about these entangled clocks.
Right.
Let's do this. Go ahead. Why don't you start us off with this?
Okay. We're already over here. Oh, I love when that happens. Physicists imagine a day when they will be able to design a clock that's so precise it will be used to detect subtle. Oh, I wanted to say hi to Neo. I see that she's in here. And Neo is the latest girl to have joined the movement and started doing a podcast. And I'm pretty sure, Neo, and she's awesome. And
I did see somebody
she's
post
done
that.
2
I'm gonna
shows
have to go
already.
check that out.
I'm pretty sure Neo is just on D Live, but Neo, please correct me if I'm wrong, and let everybody know in the chat where they can find you, and go and follow her on whatever platform she's on. I know she's on D Live, but if she's on anyone, go and follow and subscribe to Neo's account. I'm sure she'll be doing some awesome stuff coming up. I think she's done like 2 shows already. Yeah, so it's awesome to have another girl. Another female face in the movement. So yes, awesome. Thank you, Neo. And you did a great job. She had a lot of things, and I know how that is in the beginning, go wrong. As we know, I can't handle that.
Oh man.
Yeah,
my
been
stuff
there.
is still a mess.
Yeah,
I had the Archons pull my video down today. It was crazy.
Yeah, the AI. She did an AI video, and in the middle of it, it came down. I was like,
as soon as I'm talking about, certain people have theories about this archontic energy, messing up the electronics, my whole stream crashes. I was like, man, what?
You got to talk to them when you're trying to get them like that. Like, seriously, they're listening. You have to be like, look, check it out. Nothing personal, dude. But I've got to let everybody know about this information, or they get mad.
Yeah, I'm not going to play peaceful with anything. If I don't like it, I'm just going to cuss it out. That's how I get down.
Love you too, Neo. Oh, man. Guess who's in the house? Our favorite bird.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, we miss you.
I'm so glad you made it.
Yeah,
yes,
we miss you so much. Hi, Double Key. Michael Scott. Yeah, okay, so where were we? Back to the new, we just want to party tonight, huh? We're just want, we're like, come on, let's rave, everybody. The news, let's go.
Rave.
Yeah, right. Yeah, come on, Elon, pick us up. Let's go to the tunnel rave. Everybody's invited. All right.
You said you're going to take me. We're going to go. I promise.
Someday. I don't know when, but someday.
Atomic clocks, guys. Let's just talk about the entangled clocks real quick. Okay, so normally we have atomic clocks that they like.
So they're partying already. Go Queen Fisher.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Pump it up. Mm-hmm. They bombard cesium atoms.
Okay.
If you don't let me talk about this damn physics real quick.
All right. You're good.
Listen.
Go. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now they're raving.
Atomic clocks now work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Atomic clocks work when they bombard cesium atoms. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see how long it takes them to, how they bombard cesium atoms to try and excite them, to see what they'll come from their base state, to like an excited state. And then they have thousands of these atoms in there, and they take an average of the time, and that's how they get it. That's how they use it. That's how an atomic clock works. Well, now they've made this optical clock thing, right? Where they're it'll give them better precision. They're thinking that at some point, what they can do to get it right on point. Now I don't even remember. You got me all off kilter here.
Ooh, I did it to her. I'm always the one that does that. That's amazing.
Damn,
I actually made foil. Like, you can't phase her either. There could be a war going on around her. She'd be like, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you guys know how she is. I can't believe you just got stalled and distracted. That's amazing.
I did. I'm thinking about tunnel raves, dude. The whole point is they're going to entangle these atoms in this clock to try and bypass what they call the standard quantum limit. Okay? Entanglement. An atom here, its state will affect an atom wherever else. They call it spooky action at a distance.
Spooky action at a distance. I'm tracking.
Spooky action, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they want to actually entangle.
Right, can we come up with a better name? Right? I know, but I mean,
entanglement.
Spooky action at a distance. No, I'm good with that.
That was just something Einstein said because he couldn't really explain it at the time, I reckon.
Right.
Whatever works. But yeah, they figure if they entangle these atoms, they'll be able to get more precise measurements, and possibly, if there are any discrepancies in the measurements, be able to predict the presence of dark matter and its effects that it has, and the effects that it has. That's pretty much the clock. Hey, this was your article, bro.
I know, but because the clock part of it, but the dark matter, I can roll my eyes at the dark matter. Okay?
Yeah, okay, you can do that.
I should be allowed to do that.
Can we talk about the coked up hippos now, please?
Yeah, straight to the Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos. Here we go. Right?
Right.
This is so good. Yeah.
Pablo Escobar was nuts. Let me tell you a little story first, right? About this guy.
I like nuts. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, his daughter wanted a unicorn for her birthday. So this man stapled wings and a horn to a horse to give her a unicorn for her birthday. Of course, I think it died like a week later when it got all these infections, but he tried.
That's some drug lord stuff right there. Like, look at how powerful I am. You want a unicorn, baby?
I'm going to get her a unicorn, right?
I got this.
So this guy, so something else he did, right, was he had this vast property, which also included a personal zoo where he had hippos, clearly.
This
now,
guy.
you know, when he came off the scene in 93, they tried to find homes for the animals there, but 4 of his hippos escaped. All right. And since then, they've been breeding rampantly. They think that within the next few years, if they don't get a cock in this fight, they're going to have probably 1,500 rampant cocaine hippos running around Colombia, and we can't have that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's the news.
Hey,
that's the story.
Can't hippos get down and brawl if they're pissed? Like, aren't they like?
Hey, listen,
hippo,
I'm not fighting no hippo, right?
Yeah.
Them things, yeah, they can charge. They will charge, and they.
So Pablo Escobar's got his hippos running around loose. That's amazing.
A whole bunch of them, right?
Right.
How
so what are they
escape?
gonna do about the hippos?
They're gonna have to kill them. They said they can't.
Oh
they're
man,
probably
they
gonna have
can't
to
kill
shoot
them.
What are they supposed to do? Where are they going to relocate? They said that it might have been possible, like,
can't we
30 years ago when there was 4 hippos. But what are you going to do with 1,500 cocaine hippos, man?
Can't we crowdfund and rescue them and put them back, send them back to wherever they can go live? That they'll be. Maybe or can't they live in Colombia? What's wrong with Colombia? I mean,
start a GoFundMe to save the coke hippos. Build them a little reserve.
I'm feeling it. Yeah, or we could turn it into Pablo Escobar's hippo reserve right there in Colombia.
Man.
Yeah.
He had a 7,000-acre estate. Like, why can't they, put him on his land? Maybe haul it off? I don't know.
Hardcore Nimino said put him in rehab.
They probably will.
I don't think they're high on cocaine, are they? They're just his.
I don't know, man.
He just bought him with cocaine money.
There are probably, I mean, they grow coca leaves and stuff. I mean, that's what they need to process into cocaine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be eating something.
There's got to be another reason he didn't.
Man, what if they're down there just eating up all the coca leaves and tripping out, running around?
They're tripping around, eating smaller beings and stuff, smaller creatures. That's a problem.
Man,
I don't know what we're gonna do about. But now that I'm aware of Escobar's cocaine hippos, I don't know what the solution is.
We should start a movement to save them.
Right, we got to do something about it, though. I'm really concerned.
They'll be like, who are these American idiots
not their
trying
fault.
to tell us what to do with these hippos?
Right.
It's
not their
Let me
fault.
tell you.
Poor guys.
This is like the feral pigs. This is why we need extended magazines for our AR-15s. You never know. You never know. It's feral hogs all over again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I don't need that image in my head. Let's not shoot the hippos. Let's take them back where they're supposed to go. So in other mammalian news...
Right? Go ahead. You got this one.
German scientists make paralyzed mice walk again, right? So this is kind of cool, except I feel so bad for this guy.
Yeah, here's
look
the thing.
at him.
You know they got to damage the mice first.
Yeah, how did they get them paralyzed in the first place to fix them?
They paralyze them.
I wonder how they did that. This is disturbing.
No, you don't want to know.
German researchers have enabled mice paralyzed after spinal cord injuries to walk again, reestablishing a neural link. What is this foil?
Hitherto. Hitherto.
Reestablishing the neural link hitherto considered irreparable in mammals by using a designer protein injected in the brain.
You see, this designer protein thing is kind of a trend at the moment.
It's kind of a thing, yeah.
Remember the dreads?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Spinal cord injuries in humans, often caused by sports or traffic accidents, leave them paralyzed because not all of the nerve fibers that carry information between muscles in the brain are able to grow back. But the researchers from Ruhr?
What? Oh, sorry. Ruhr University in Bochum.
Ruhr University in Bochum managed to stimulate the paralyzed mice nerve cells to regenerate using designer protein.
Oh, she's done.
Not again.
The special thing about our study is that the protein is not only used to stimulate those nerve cells that produce it themselves, but it is also carried further through the brain, the team's head said. In this way, with relatively small intervention, we stimulate a very large number of nerves to regenerate, and that is ultimately the reason why the mice can walk again. That's pretty awesome. It says it took them 2 to 3 weeks to be up and about. They're good. Now, here's the sad part, Alara.
Oh no! I
They're
bet you're
gonna
gonna tell me.
it.
I bet you're gonna tell me all about the sad part.
I'm gonna tell you the doom. I'm all about it, right? They're gonna have
Listen
to test
here,
this on-
Alara. Listen. This is how she does
tell
me.
you what's going.
Look, listen here. All right. Look.
Right.
Look at this. Yeah. All day.
Right. Look
every day.
Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to test it on larger mammals prior to even starting human trials. Probably pigs or dogs. They will definitely have a dog in that fight. And then once it passes that, they would be able to try with the humans.
The treatment involves injecting carriers of genetic information into the brain to produce the protein called interleukin 6. According to the university's website, the team is investigating if the treatment can be approved. Right, you already just covered that part. That was So anyway, that's.
But that is a medical miracle, so to speak. They're definitely making giant leaps forward with this.
Yeah, that's cool. So
let me tell you something though. Let me tell you one more thing. Whoever it was that thought the news was supposed to be serious last week is really gonna be pissed this week.
Right. No, we don't do serious news here. No. Honestly, most people find tech and all this kind of stuff boring. That's why they don't learn about it. So we try to keep it fun because it's boring for most people to learn about and to listen to. So yeah.
Right, but it's so important.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So important.
That's just what we do. But Foil, there's people that haven't been watching the show on YouTube and that are just new to it that probably, don't understand why we're so
we love them.
What's a good word for us? What's a good word for us?
Rambunctious.
I can be obstreperous, rambunctious.
A bit.
We're a bit comical sometimes not so much, right? I'm just
Sometimes
slightly retarded.
We think we're funny and nobody else thinks
that's right.
we're funny.
So on to ice covers the Sahara Desert.
Interesting.
Oh man, it's just getting so hot in here after a while. I'm like, man.
That's that flannel.
It'll be like
this is not
negative. It'll be like
show.
below 0 outside, and it's like 200 degrees in here.
Well, because you live in some weird desert land.
I live in the hottest place on the planet, literally. Literally.
That's
yeah.
wild.
Ice covers the Sahara Desert for just 4th time in 50 years. Right?
Yeah, there've been a lot of weird weather goings on. I don't know if you saw, Japan had massive amounts of snow dumped on it. We got snow in the desert. This is in the Sahara Desert, northwestern Algeria specifically, where they were, you can see the dunes are just streaked with ice crystals. There's some more good pictures below, but, the snow and stuff there is unusual, but it's not unprecedented. Like they said, it's the 4th time in 42 years. Oddly enough, it was in 1979, 2016, and 2018, and now. So, we are seeing this kind of thing kind of ramp up. I'm sure it's the horrible climate crisis.
Where we're going into a, what do you call it?
Solar minimum, right?
Right, and a mini ice age. We're going into a mini ice age.
Mini ice age.
Yeah, the last one was the Maunder minimum. We're going into another mini ice age. But I know you were talking about the weather modification aspect of things, which you can't underestimate.
Well, they do. Somebody who was it? My dude. I love the Ice Age farmer guy. I don't know if it was him or somebody else that I watched that was showing how, the storm that hit Japan, there was an activation of the HARP antenna array that somehow was able to move where they thought the storm was going to hit, and then it just stayed stagnant and dumped all that snow on Japan. They had a phenomenal amount of snow. It was crazy. And now we've got snow in the desert, which is wild. Scroll down.
I wish it would snow in this desert. Let me tell you.
I bet you do. It rained.
All right. Which picture are we showing them?
Scroll down. It's just
right. It's pretty cool looking, right?
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. I will say that is pretty cool looking.
You guys got some rain in the desert?
Dude, yeah. Several days of it. It was really crazy because you can't even get a drop here most of the time.
She kept saying,
even the lizards are
I don't know what's going on. Right. There's been clouds out there for days, but it hasn't rained, and then it all came.
Thunder, lightning, the whole thing. I was like, what's happening? I didn't know what was happening. It was right on the inauguration, too. I was like, what's going on?
My tinfoil series.
I was tripping.
Freaking weather wars.
All right, so NASA lends 3.9 billion-year-old moon rock to Biden White House.
That's all you, buddy.
Thanks. Right? She sets me up every time, you guys. There's a new decoration. Well, let's look at the new decoration. There's the moon
look
rock.
at that.
Yeah, there it is.
So not impressive.
So there's a new decoration, and President Joe Biden. What? President Joe Biden. Yeah, okay.
I know.
So there's an right? There's a new decoration in President Joe Biden's Oval Office.
Yes,
Although really, it's a very old decoration. At the request of the new administration, NASA loaned out a moon rock. What? Imagine, it's like your first week, like, hey, call NASA, get me a moon rock. I mean...
Yeah, well, that's because probably they're tight. Like I said, never a straight answer from either one of them.
Right? Give me a moon rock, right?
Right.
NASA loaned out the moon rock from its Lunar Sample Laboratory facility at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. The moon rock went on display in the Oval Office on Inauguration Day, January 20th.
Oh, wait. Has anybody with the, now you
there's
know
more
how
to
I
this.
feel about...
There's more to this. Like,
I don't doubt it.
I'm just getting like a ping that I can't explain. The loan is in...
I don't even know where
I don't even want to go with what I'm getting. I don't want to go with what I'm getting right now.
Are they talking to you, Alara?
The loan is in symbolic recognition of earlier generations' ambitious and accomplishments. They sound like me. Yeah, they sound like me. And support for America's current moon to Mars exploration approach, according to NASA's website. The moon rock is in a protective case with an attached plaque explaining its history.
Where'd the moon rock come from, Alara? Which mission?
The moon?
The moon rock came from the nation's last manned mission to the moon, 1972's Apollo 17. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, you leave it at that with this crowd, and they're gonna pick that up and they're gonna run with that. You feel me? They're gonna be running for a minute with that. So right. Yeah, wee, and they're off, right? Like my thoughts and my words at times just off, you know.
It happens.
Yeah. All right. So what else do we have left? What are we at right now?
Just the weirdo.
Oh, we're doing
AI
great on
tech.
time. Yeah, we're doing great on time.
Are we really?
Yeah, I think we're doing good. But we got a lot of UFO videos. Well, not a lot.
Good. That's my favorite part. The UFO videos.
Yeah, we love UFO, and we've got Alexis's space weather special night. We got a professional space weather.
Oh wait,
section.
Is she on tonight?
Foil. We play the space weather section. I play it.
Yeah. Well, did she send you one for this week? Is my point. I thought we just.
No, I'm just hyping it up, but I don't have it. Okay. I don't have it. I just thought I'd hype it up for no reason and then tell everybody, never mind. We're gonna do it next week. Yeah, no, it's ready to go today. Yeah, it's ready to go. But see, this is what I mean. She didn't even know that the space weather was ready to go. But it's cool. It's fine.
Nope.
I've got it all under control. All right, AI powered.
That's your part, right?
What? Which part is my part?
The organizational part.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
I'm good at that. Yeah. AI powered text from this program could fool the government, right? You went into this a little bit in your video.
I did. I talked about this a little bit on my video. This is kind of crazy. If you guys remember, what was it last week? I was talking about India was phasing in the use of like an Alexa type chatbot to handle all of their government public interactions. Like if you were going to go sign up for any kind of assistance, or if you needed, I don't know, hospitalization or whatever, like you would have to deal with this government chatbot. And they're going to be using that on a wide scale. I'm sure they'll bring something like that here too. But what I was talking about, especially like earlier on my video with the advent of these crazy AI things, they now, as of October 2019, Idaho had come up with the same idea. They were like, well, we need some kind of new platform for interactions with the public. They said, they needed approval from the federal government for changes on their Medicaid page. So they put it up, and there was a project that was run, which was the work of this guy, Max Weiss, who was a student at Harvard, and he did get some help as far as like how to run this ethically. But so when they put the website up just to kind of test it, they got like 1,000 comments from the public, but half of these comments were not sent by the public. They were sent by this AI chatbot. Okay. The problem is that the human moderators were not able to tell the difference between what was sent by an AI and what was sent by a human. They literally could not differentiate between the syntax of like, the AI bot or the syntax of the people, which is kind of crazy. Now with the way AI language systems are advancing, like they're really concerned that the government and internet companies and whoever are going to have to guard against deep fake text manipulation. right? Not just deep fake videos, but I mean the fact that they be getting this fraudulent text and people trying to get welfare and stuff. That's crazy, right? They couldn't even tell.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. I'd like to think I can tell, but
Oh, I think everybody. Thanks, Suitor. I think everybody probably thinks they can tell.
Yeah. Thank you, Suitor Bugs.
Yeah.
Suitor says, pair character with lovey-dovey eyes blowing red hearts in the air. Oh, we love that.
Yay.
Yeah, I love pears and hearts, so I'm winning. For sure.
But it gets even worse. Go to the next article.
Oh,
this was really what. Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
But this is actually really freaking weird, right?
This is crazy. This is super creepy, dude. This is like creep factor off.
I don't even.
Just, woo,
yeah,
just gone. Yeah, I'm not.
Like, we are literally watching our movies come to life in front of us. Like, I really think it's wild. So this week, Microsoft applied for and was approved for a patent that would literally create AI chatbots based on information from your departed dear ones. They're literally going to try and turn dead people into chatbots. And if you watch Black Mirror, yeah, for real. And Tyler Koala, I'm reminding you again, you are personally in charge of making sure they don't do this to me when I die.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. And I got you, Alara. Don't worry.
Yeah, just you can't allow
I'm definitely making a chatbot out of you, man.
Because look, I would be tempted to bring you back. Like, we got Foil's gone. We got to bring her back, guys. We could have her like in the chat. She could just talk in the chat, and it'd be great.
Right.
But I'm
Claudette
not.
says AI Jesus. We are not praying to AI Jesus here. Right? I'm not doing it. But yeah, so what they want to do is, it's kind of like Black Mirror. If you guys watched that show, you saw the episode where the girl's dude died, I think in a car accident, and then she was initially interacting with him just on a text interface, and then they were able to amp that up. She put him into a body and he was running around. It was all kind of wild. They are wanting to use not just your text input, but they want to literally use like your face to make a 3D representation. I mean, like I said, it was approved this month, which it's crazy. I mean, they'll take all of your personal information from the internet, any kind of input, voice recordings that you've recorded, anything they can get their hands on, and construct this.
Well, look at didn't Kim Kardashian or one of them or her dude or something, and they got a hologram for her birthday of her dad.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that was like Tupac at Coachella type level. Yeah, that's what yes. Kanye gave her a hologram of her
well,
father.
Look, if they're showing you Tupac at Coachella, and people believed in I mean, not that they thought, but I'm saying, they'll show you that. Just imagine what they actually have.
Right, and they're, I mean, even that, they're 100 times farther along now than they were when they originally had done that.
I wish I'd have seen Tupac at Coachella. I never went to Coachella. There was too many people. I was like, no, I'm not, and I'm from there too. I was like, no, there's too many people. I can't do that. But yeah, I wish I would have saw Tupac at Coachella. I mean, since we're on the subject, did anybody see Tupac at Coachella? Go ahead.
Right? Has anybody even gone to Coachella? Right? That would be interesting. While I'm on the subject of dead AI folk, there's literally a guy that has been working for years to put his dead. Well, I don't think she's dead yet. To put his wife's consciousness into like, a talking. And he's got the head put together, and it's to the point now where it's almost like the Sophie robot that got citizenship at the UN. I should have brought that up. If you guys don't know,
we need to make people dead again. That's what we need to do.
Make people dead again.
We need to make dead people dead again. Right?
Make dead people dead again.
And
I'm for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a couple different shirts coming on right now. Like, I'm feeling about 4 of them that I think need to happen.
No AI Jesus.
Yeah, no AI Jesus. Make dead people dead again, but nobody will get that but us. Yeah, and then the other ones that that are currently in the works. Okay, so where to go from here? Let's go something kind of cool and interesting, because the doom and gloom has been so heavy today. Like, seriously.
Sorry.
I know it's not your fault. Okay, well, we do have to cover this real quick before we move on to UFOs. And then space weather. Chile issues tsunami warning, orders evacuation of Antarctic base after 7 magnitude earthquake. So, a 7 magnitude earthquake has occurred near South Shetland Islands, prompting China to issue a tsunami warning and order the evacuation of the country's... Huh?
Chile.
Did I say China? I got China on the brain.
China on the mind, right?
I got China on the brain. So, yeah, that was Chile. Sorry about that. Chile to issue tsunami warning and order the evacuation of the country's Antarctic military base. The quake occurred at 23:36 GMT on Saturday at a depth of 7.8 kilometers near the Antarctic South Shetland Islands, according to the United States Geological Survey. There were
a lot of big earthquakes this past week, if you haven't noticed, or a week and a half.
Things
like 3 or 4 of them.
There's been some wild weather. There's been some earthquakes.
Weather wars.
Yeah, there's been an escalation of quite a few different things that
Somebody
weren't really
left the
happening.
earthquake machine on, right?
Yeah. So there were no immediate reports of casualties or damage. The Chilean Navy Hydrographic and Oceanographic Service put the earthquake's magnitude at 7.1, saying that it occurred at 216 kilometers northeast of O'Higgins Base in the Chilean Antarctica. Chile has issued a tsunami warning and ordered the evacuation of the military base. And what were you saying? They tried to actually evacuate the entire town?
Yeah, they initially made a mistake and gave the evac to the entire country, but it was only supposed to go to the base. Are you going to show these guys the article?
I mean, I can, sure, but there's not much to it.
But look at the little base that they're tripping about, right?
Where's the picture?
It should be at the top, or at least it was.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I sent you the wrong one. Look at that.
There's no picture. That's why I didn't pull it up, because there was nothing.
I mean, they can't have more than maybe 7 or 8 people, but where are they supposed to go?
I don't know. Lots of mysteries in that region.
Down into the secret.
That's right.
The secret pyramids and bases down there, I'm convinced.
All right, so look, we checked into this. So Skinwalker Ranch, UFOs, and life after death. So here's the deal. And you guys are welcome to do your own research and reach your own conclusion. But in my opinion, Skinwalker Ranch, UFOs, and life after death discussed an exclusive interview with Robert Bigelow. So George Knapp interviewed Bigelow. There's 3 different parts to it in the section. We would have played it, guys, but I really didn't think it was very interesting. The
one interesting thing he did say,
said. Studying life after death.
Yes, and how because he asked him when did you start studying that? And he was talking about how his studies, with extraterrestrials led him to wanting to study life after death, as if there was.
And I told Foyle the reason why I believe this is because when one is studying secret ships and extraterrestrials and all that, you realize that a lot of these ships are operated with consciousness assisted technology, consciousness. And so when you start to gain some sort of understanding of what consciousness is and consciousness tech, then naturally you would develop an interest in life after death, because clearly we are not our physical body, and that lives on after death. Right. So that's, that's one theory.
Me on the J train as a Christian, I'm thinking, because we disagree. I think that a lot of these things are, demons, demonic forces or whatever that they're communicating with, that they're just saying that they're aliens. And I thought maybe that was a reason why he moved from aliens into studies of life after death. But I can totally buy the consciousness tech end.
And you could be right too. I think we're dealing with both. I think we're dealing with demonic entities on this planet, and I think we're dealing with ETs. I think we're dealing with both. So, and does one present itself as the other? Probably. So, there's so much lying and disinformation on this planet. So
so much.
So, all right. So, so on to UFOs. Here we go.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So we got a couple nifty ones. This one's out of, I thought this was interesting. Scott at UFO Sightings Daily. Let's check this one out. Do I have the sound on? Yeah, I've got the sound on.
I'm into MUFON.com. And it's from Fargo, North Dakota.
Right? We can't see it.
January 9th, 2020.
Don't you love when I do that? When I just start watching stuff and I leave you guys out of it? I'm like, hey, I'm just going to watch this. Oh, you guys can't see it? Oh, my bad.
Nope.
Right? All right, here we go. Right? Can you see it now? Yeah, okay. We're good.
Yes,
and it's from Fargo, North Dakota.
That one's wild. That's kind of like the one one of the ones we saw last week.
Just a few days ago. And this is a close-up slow motion of it right here. I made 3 times slower.
That's pretty wild.
And you could actually see a black disc in the middle for a few seconds.
Right.
Okay, look at this. This is really extraordinary. The guy says he was
they look like hearts.
Work at 7:20 a.m. and he sat at the stoplight and saw this glowing in the fog. He took out his phone and took a short video. The lights just sat there.
It looks like he was fairly close to that.
But pulsating. Wow, look at that. That is just
it's
crazy cool, guys.
I'd have took off.
I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. You know? You would have
I wouldn't have been waiting at the stop sign. Yeah, I'd have been like, and I'm out.
Come on, Foil, you're a G. You're not get scared by a little UFO, are you?
Oh, listen.
Please.
I know my limits.
Right? She could take on anything but the unknown.
Yeah, I'm not fighting. Right? I'm not fighting the aliens, man.
Right.
Come get me out of the bunker when it's over.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. All right. So where are we now? This one. Oh, I love these kind of UFOs. I think these are super cool. I've had quite a few experiences with seeing ones like this. I think these are neat. So this little orange. Oh, this. Oh, yeah. Let's get it again. Let's see, orange orb. Yeah. So this orange orb is following this guy.
It looks like one of them spinning Merkaba things, maybe. No.
I don't really understand what these are fully. Like, I don't know if they're. I don't think they're Merkabas. There's something else. No. Yeah, there's something else.
That one looks different.
But I've seen one of these before. So yeah, they're. Let me switch back here. Yeah. Yeah. So let me play that again real quick because that was really fast. It's gonna play what it wants. Okay, here we go.
Thinking on its own.
Yeah, because you guys didn't see the very beginning because I was not letting you in on it. See, it's just following the guy who's taping it.
Looks like they
know
like
when you're taping them.
Two circles of light there.
I don't know how they work. They won't let me in and tell me and give me schematics, so all I can do is speculate, but it's rather cool.
That is wild.
Right? I think it's cool.
How you gonna say, like, the people, UFOs aren't real? How you gonna say that?
I don't know. People are a trip.
You can't even say that at this
here?
point. No, we're watching it again?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh, is this the one in Russia?
Yeah. This is the one in Russia over the water. So yeah, so Foil even pulled up an article, but we didn't decide to add it today. But so a lot of UFOs, over 50%, I think, are seen above water or near water, a lake or a body of water. We can speculate as to why that is, but this particular UFO video comes from, again, Scott at UFO Sightings Daily. This was in Russia somewhere, right?
Yeah, over the Black Sea.
Over the Black Sea, there's a lot of UFO activity over the Black Sea. So I'm pretty sure.
I just love the place that the people put the video up, and they're like, you know, from a forbidden place. Like, you're in Russia and you're putting your location out there. Like, what are you doing?
I'm pretty sure there's, you know, at least one ET base in the Black Sea, because there's just so much footage that comes out of there, really weird stuff. And I've seen like really weird stuff that I don't think is us, and seen the same thing with USOs going underwater there, same thing. So it's definitely an interesting location, a location to keep your eyes on.
You know what else is like that? Lake Erie.
Really?
Honestly.
Yeah, I've seen a few with that. Look at this.
Yeah, that's wild. That looks fake too.
Is that a mirage over the water?
No, that's its reflection over the water. That's the lights reflecting over the water.
What lights? In the window?
No, the lights of the UFO.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you said mirage. Yeah,
it looks like a mirage, like effect, but I'm thinking that's from the water. All right, hold on. Let me play it. Yeah, they're reflecting off the water.
Yeah, that looks huge.
That looks crazy.
Вблизи это еще страннее.
Right? That one's kind of cool.
That thing was huge.
Yeah, really big. All right, so let me exit out of that one. All right, and go into this one.
Wait, yeah, if you guys have videos, UFO videos or something that you want to submit to us, I mean, we've shown some on the show before. That'd be good. We should get some submissions from the peeps.
Yeah, if you have them, by all means, please send them to us. We would rather show original stuff than have to go to people's channels, but right now that's kind of the only option since we don't have people sending us original stuff.
You can send them to my email address off my channel, or I would imagine your business email's on here too somewhere.
Yeah, all the emails are in the description below. Okay, so this one here comes from Mr. MBB333.
of Allentown, Pennsylvania on November 4th of 2020. And here it is. And you're going to see similarities in a lot of these videos. I don't even know what this is. With respect
that
to
definitely
the night
looks like
sky
one of those Merkaba.
Right, and it very well could be, but look at how unusual this is.
He was looking east at 7 p.m. and saw
you
this
can see
in the sky. This is unedited. This is exactly how I received the video. The only thing I did was zoom in just a little bit to try to pull forward features
Keep watching.
And things like
this
that.
Is wild.
I never alter any photo or
Watch
any
when he zooms
video
in on it.
I've ever gotten. Here I zoom in, and you can't really see too much because it was apparently a pretty good ways away. Almost appears to be tumbling. We've seen videos.
I'm just trying to. Usually when it's a Merkaba, you can catch
like this before.
The triangle shapes with the pause.
Yeah.
Night sky of things. That kind of
see, it's different, Foil. This one's different. Like I don't know what it is about it, but it's not. You can't even catch the geometry
from a distance.
It's really weird. Like
obviously, it's dark, so it's going to be difficult to tell.
Like that's wild. Have you ever seen a UFO like that? Like Merkabas look close, right? But not exactly like that. That's wild. Like it's almost like it's I don't know.
But this is changing colors, multiple colors. Here's one that I stopped on, looked green. Here's like a reddish orange. Here's another green again. And it almost appears to have some sort of a geometrical shape.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there, I think,
because
maybe.
It was so far away, but good observation by...
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that the propulsion system is causing that distortion in...
maybe.
But I don't know.
What do they do? Put like a bubble around them?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. And I mean, and they lift off the UFOs. They don't lift off like you would think. When they lift off, they go like that. So they don't fly how you would think that they fly. They fly. But I mean, it depends. Like I think it all depends. There's technologies out there that I'm sure we've never seen because, but
they won't tell us.
I've listened to a lot of UFO sightings and a lot of encounters, and people all tend to describe the same thing. So Brandy sent me this. So thanks to Brandy, she found this on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure this is Gina, right? This has got to be Gina. I don't know what she's taping
Gina Marie
here.
Colvin?
Yeah, I love her. She says it's coming from Table Mountain. I don't even know what Table Mountain is, but whatever this is, it's very interesting because it does kind of look like there's like ships coming through a portal or something. So I thought I'd show you guys and let you check it out real quick. I don't know what's going on here. But she seems to think, I mean, she's, she thinks,
she's on it.
She's worked up about it. You know how she gets. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. It's disappeared on me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, maybe it'll play now. Oh, here we go.
Ships.
Oh, come on now. What's the deal? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it is Gina. Of course it's Gina. You know her voice. I know her voice anywhere.
Coming out of this. Can you all see them? Watch them coming out. This is like the third ship that has come out of this. The third ship.
What is...
I love her. She's hilarious.
What the hell is that?
Look at them. They're coming out.
And look...
These are ships.
Whatever it is right there looks like a face. If that's a portal, it looks like a face.
Are you all seeing this? Oh my gosh, you all look at this. These are ships coming out. Oh my gosh.
I love her. Oh my gosh. What are we going to do?
Wow.
Man, that is crazy.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah, that's pretty
Thanks,
wild.
Our Cloaked Unseen World.
I'm going to share this footage tomorrow. It's too late tonight because I'm going to record all of this. I am recording this. You can see it.
I got you, Cloaked.
These are interdimensional.
I think I agree with her.
They're within our solar system. Oh my goodness, look at this, you all. This is real.
That's what it looks like to me.
It is so real. This is what happened. This is what showed up.
Coming out of a portal.
It is.
The portal even looks like a face.
Okay, they're getting ready to do something else. Here they come, some more. S'mores coming out. Look at this.
That's
wow. More are coming out. Look at this, you all.
Right?
It's coming out. Just like that. Just like that. Look.
Just like that.
Something is happening here. This is Table Mountain.
Well, I'm sold.
She's adorable.
Coming out of this right here is what's happening.
You know what though?
You can see it.
I can laugh all I want, but the truth is, if you go back and listen to my UFO video, I sound just like this.
I had to
when
do
I
it
was
like
taping
this.
At the bottom, listen, it says Cape Town. That's South Africa.
Yeah.
My recording.
Well, there you have it.
Because I may not get it to record it. I
there's
won't
no
have
way
the
I'm about to
opportunity to
stop my
record it
recording.
anymore, you all. I had to hold it like this with my cell phone. But you can see, whoa, these beings are coming out of here.
Yeah,
Look
she's
at
on
this.
it.
Yep.
How does she find all this stuff? Look.
I don't know. She spends. She has to spend
she
all
finds,
They're coming
day.
straight
She
out.
finds all the ships coming out of the sun. She finds all the interdimensional ships coming out of portals and gets
Man.
them on tape. How does she do this?
She has to have 40 screens and 10 computers and something monitoring something all the time. Like she's constantly watching the broadcast from the sun, watching stuff. Like she's on it.
Mm-hmm. She's our sun watcher. She's our soul watcher. Yeah, she's very entertaining. I love that. I love people that are passionate. I just love passion. I don't care
Super excited,
what you're
right?
passionate about. It can be flat Earth. It could be, well, I don't know. If you're passionate about AI Jesus, we might.
I can't get down with the AI.
Yeah, I don't know if we
It's a thing. It's
talk
not
a
just,
lot.
Like
but yeah, no, it's really a thing. Go watch Foil's video.
totally a thing.
Okay, so for the first time ever, dun dun dun, we are going to cut to our space weather segment with Alexis from Ascension Diaries. Thank you so much, Alexis, for doing the wonderful space weather segment. And so now for space weather.
Now for space weather.
Mm-hmm. Beep, bubble, beep.
Well, thank you, Alara, and thank you, Foil, and thank you, everyone here at Space Force News. My name is Alexis. I host the blog called AscensionDiaries.com. I have a YouTube channel, and my favorite thing to do is talk about space weather. I have all of these sources here for you today. Today is January 24th. It's currently 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And just so you know, scientifically, some of this weather may have changed. I'll be in the comments, the live stream comments, with any questions, and I'm here to bring to you some announcements about the space weather. So the first announcements I'd like to give, and we can see here on the right-hand side, are a CME that ejected on January 23rd. Here on the right-hand side. Now, this was not an Earth-facing CME, so the solar wind and so on from this particular event would be here in the next 3 days. It usually takes 3 days for that to enter, so around the 25th. But we are currently not seeing anything that's going to be too intense. On the surface of the sun, we see a coronal hole, which is actually named 17 at the time, and beside it is a bright spot, which could indicate some magnetically highly charged areas. These areas, positive and negative, if they get too close together and too powerful, they could send off solar flares, so we keep our eyes on that. I don't see anything too crazy right here. In the KP index, which is the geomagnetic pressure, we see that things are pretty green, pretty relaxed, so nothing to report here. Again, the X-ray radiation that we're getting here, we aren't getting class X flares or anything like that. Everything is staying under a B class, which the last occurrence was only just on the 24th, the beginning of this day. So we had a little bit of activity in the morning this day, but nothing too crazy. Again, we're moving on. The solar wind, which is supposed to be 400 kilometers per second on average, has been very much at average and below average the last 7 days. And the Schumann resonance scales here, which you can see on this electromagnetic field chart, are very calm. But I want to note this particular horizontal line, which is supposedly hanging out around 19 hertz. So the properties of 19 hertz have actually been studied, and even on the Mythbusters show, one of my followers brought this to my attention yesterday, but the Mythbusters actually went along and were like, yes, 19 hertz is supposed to be the fear frequency, the anxiety frequency, and they actually did some tests, and their bodies were very uncomfortable while this frequency was being played. Human ears hear at 20 hertz, so this is just 1 hertz below human range, average human range, and it's consistently being played in this area of Russia at least, and so makes you wonder, and this is also why we watch space weather. I'm going to move on from these charts today and move into Italy. The other report as well in the electromagnetic field over Italy, it was most excited on the 22nd this last week. And though it looks big, this particular chart measures amplitude in decibels. So the human ear hears at 0 decibels and up basically, but this particular reading, because it's in red, means that these frequencies at least hit an amplitude of -50 decibels, which is below human hearing range. Not all animals though, some mammals can hear down there. And it was a significant event in the community. You can see on this chart, it goes from 0 hertz to about 60 hertz at least, where this big chunk of energy and this loudness of these frequencies got more apparent. And so we had some reports from that area in the world of some discomfort on the 22nd. But since then, things have been a lot more tame, even though there are still some readings showing up for us in the very, very low frequency range. But again, over Italy, I'd like to mention, there is a frequency hanging out at 50 hertz consistently, which you can see here with this horizontal line. And that is, again, hanging out underneath our ability to hear it, but high enough for our bodies to feel it, in my opinion. So keep your eye on that, those of you hanging out around Italy. Finally, we have heartmath.com, which checks the locations of California, Saudi Arabia, Lithuania, Alberta, Canada, New Zealand, and South Africa. All of these points in the world are having their Schumann resonance power measured, which is basically they're measuring the power behind 0.32 to 36 hertz, which is the range which the Schumann resonance notes hang out. But again, this chart, in my opinion, is the least helpful, but we do get some data here, and overall I'm seeing the last few days that that Lithuania actually has the highest readings of the last few days. But again, nothing too crazy, nothing out of the blue, and this chart is showing it's not cut up, it's actually 48 hours behind now. But what we can see that's not blacked out, nothing to be alarmed about. So that is the summary of all of the space weather I wanted to show you today, and I'm very happy to be here. Hope to be back and share with you some fun events next Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.
Well,
yeah, that was awesome.
I couldn't hear a word of it, but
she did an amazing
job.
job.
That it's official, right?
She did an amazing job.
Now they all definitely know we had no idea what we were talking about with space weather.
No, now we've got Alexis. So you guys, as you can see, she's very knowledgeable. She's very educated. We're very appreciative to have her doing the space weather segment.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and so her links are all listed in the description below, you guys. She'll be here every Sunday with the space weather update, and you can go, and if you're interested to learn more about space weather, Schumann resonance, that type of thing, you can go and sign up for one of her classes, which are fairly inexpensive. I believe the next one's on the 30th. She could let you know in the chat when that is. I believe she's in the YouTube chat right now, if I'm correct. So if you have any quick questions for her. Yeah. Stop laughing at me, Foil.
I can't. I'm.
Okay. So, anyway, yeah, you can find that. You can sign up for her class. She teaches classes, and you can find all her information linked in the description below. Yeah, she did awesome.
That was wonderfully done. Yeah. It looked beautiful.
Oh, it was beautiful, and so there was so much information in there. It was amazing. She did an amazing job.
The charts and stuff.
And that little guy in the beginning that's like space.
With the little
figure, and he says a little funky thing. I can't remember exactly what it is, but he says a little doot doot doot, and that's very Alexis too. Like that's very her. That little thing she put in there, it was super cute. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was super cute.
Was he wearing a tinfoil hat? I'm all in favor of it.
Yeah, he was wearing a tinfoil hat. I don't know what was on his fingers, but
I'm sold.
But
those are the little hand. You put them on the tips of your fingers, and they've got more little hands with more little fingers.
Where did you find the guy in the Space Force uniform with the little things on his fingers, Alexis? I mean, I think we're dying to know. It won't let her in the chat. What do you mean it won't let her in the chat, Jace?
What?
Yeah, Becky Lou said, don't color that. I didn't color that on purpose. I mean, call her that. You know.
Alara's having some tongue twists today. You know what, Jace?
Okay.
We may have to. They may be doing her like it was doing Debbie. We may have to put her as an automatically approved person because for whatever reason, YouTube is really hating on people.
I'll make her a mod on YouTube, and then she should be able to come in the chat. Like, I don't even know what that's about. That's super weird. So we'll do that. We have to assign mods anyways for the chat on Foxhole. So we'll take care of that. Oh, you guys, let me dump the chest on DLive. I know I will I will get in so much trouble if I do not dump the chest on DLive. Foxhole. Like, so we'll take care of so much trouble. Okay, so I think I just click it right here, right? Distribute rewards. I'm still fairly new to doing this. Okay, distributing rewards. There goes the chest. 27 seconds. Woohoo. Let me wait till that's done distributing.
They winning cool prizes?
Yeah, they're getting their prizes. I don't know how it works, but Yay. I know that they get prizes. Yeah.
Right. Free stuff.
Yeah. I remembered all of it. Well, it's only because I cheated and wrote
I would just like you to know that there are people in the chat that would like a No AI Jesus sweatshirt.
Right. So that's got to happen. No AI. We have like so many shirts to work on this week. Okay, everybody's got their rewards on DLive. We should be good to go on that one. So you guys have that. Just a quick reminder. Let's see. I'm going to be changing up the formatting on this channel just a little bit. I'm going to be doing... like on Wednesday nights, I normally do like live interviews, or at least I've been doing it that way for like the last 10 weeks. So what I'm going to start doing on Wednesday nights is I'm going to be having other like truthers and YouTubers and stuff like that on with me. And we're just going to chat about current events and chop it up with you guys, basically. Hang out with the chat and talk about what's going on and do that kind of thing. It'll be different people every week. And then I'm going to start doing like my in-depth interviews like I did with CJ and Harold, things like that. Those more in-depth interviews with guests that have like a wealth of knowledge or a tremendous story. I'll be pre-recording those and releasing those on another day in the week. And then of course there'll be Space Force News Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. So this Wednesday night at 6, this will be the first Wednesday we'll be starting this. This Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. James Gilliland from ESETI will be on with me. Yeah, I love hanging out with James. So that's going to be super fun to sit down with James and talk about what's going on and hang out with you guys, and you know, that's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. The link will be up for that probably tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, make sure you watch Foil's
Couch is coming
AI video. Yeah, make sure you watch Foil's AI video because she did put a lot of work in it. It's a really good video, and she, like I said, she will be on Foxhole and Pill.net in the next couple of days, I believe. And like Method said, the chat should be working over there in the next week as well. So I will definitely make an announcement about that. I want to say a special thank you to all the mods that work so hard on this channel.
Right. Thanks, Space Mods.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys do such an amazing job. Big thank you to Alexis. You killed it on the space weather. Yeah. And thank you to Jason. I'm sorry she's not in the chat, you guys. We're going to have to resolve.
I think it let her in. I saw something come through from Ascension Diaries
whatever that is.
Ago.
Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to all the viewers on Foxhole, DLive, and YouTube. It's always wonderful hanging out with our space peeps, definitely and for sure. And I think that about covers it.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, people. You can still somehow follow me on Twitter. I'm Loyal to the Left Foil. You can also find us YouTube, DLive, Gab, Foxhole, Pilled. Links are all in the description below. If you want to donate to Space Force News Live, you can do so at loyaltothefoil.com. Just specify that it is for Space Force News Live. That is also linked in the description below. And please make sure to meet us here next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for another super awesome episode of Space Force News Live. Keep your eyes on the skies and stay loyal.
We are your news in this dimension and the next. Good night, space peeps. See you next week.
Deuces.